Morning, mathematicians. How are you? I was looking over your Khan Academy lessons last night, and it was pretty clear to me that some of you were still struggling with what I'm asking for and what we're looking at for, especially with the standard equation of a circle. So I thought I would do a little tutorial to help you with this and then give you a little bit more time to go back and do your Khan Academy. It didn't make sense to take a grade with it right now if you were still confused. And so I thought I would take another shot at that. Okay, here at the top is our standard equation of a circle, where we have in our center is called H and K. Now we know that as X and Y. We know X and Y. So H is X and Y, and K is Y. So, and then we have the radius of the circle, which is from our center to our edge. We know that that's the case. So looking at this equation, which will be given to you, by the way, on the test, we're looking at how to be able to pull out our center of our circle, and that's it. So if I were to give you a problem such as X minus 4 squared plus Y plus 3.2 squared is equal to 10 squared. If we were to look at this right here, we could pull out the center of the circle. So here's the tip and trick. So looking at this right here, this is our H. And this right here is our K. But when we're looking at this, notice that this right here is negative. Do you see that? We're right here at the top is negative. So when we're looking at this, we're going to take the opposite of whatever is in whatever this is being subtract. So we look at here that this is an subtract 4. So our H is going to be 4. And this one is a addition of 3. So our K is going to be negative 3.2. So this means the center of our circle is going to be 4, negative 3.2. Now, I think most of you got that. But the interesting thing on this is that the radius is 10, because whatever this number squared. So if we were to put this number out, this would be 100, right? So this is the square root of 100, which is 10. So it's 10 squared or 100, and then you take the square root of it. So let's take a look at another example. That's my mouse. All right. Well, we're going to do it this way then. We'll do another example in here. So we'll do another example. So we have X minus or plus 14 squared plus Y minus 27, and the whole thing is squared is equal to 45. So what is the center? The center is the opposite of 14, which is H is negative 14, and the opposite of 27, Y is equal to negative 27 because it's subtracting. So it's the opposite. So our Y is a positive 27, and our radius is the square root of 45, whatever that is. So we're looking at in here. So our center is negative 14. Our Y is 27. And then our radius is the square root of 45. And we could punch that into our calculator, or we could say that that is the square root of 9 times the square root of 5, which is 3 times the square root of 5. That's from ages ago, long ago, when we could see each other and we could talk to each other and actually not have me be talking to a computer, which is really pretending to talk to you. But I digress. Anyway, So this is what we're looking at in here for our values. And when we're doing this, you do the opposite. So this looks like a plus 14. Our H right here is a negative. It's the opposite sign. That's it. So when you're given something, let's see where we are. So when you're given something like this, let's say this example is in here, and we're given that the center is 36 and 4.2. So we're given that the center, we can go the other way. We also need to know what the radius is. And the radius is, we're going to say, the square root of 22. So in here, how do we find what everything is? So we're going to do the same thing. You do your 2 parentheses plus, and then our equal sign. We put our square roots, or excuse me, our squares in here. And then we have x, and then we do the opposite of our 36. Same thing here. So our opposite. So this is a positive 36, so we subtract 36. And then we do our y right here, and we do the opposite of our 42. We'll do the fun color. Well, anyway, it's just a highlighter. So the opposite of that, and that is this is a positive 42, so we do minus 4.2, and then we do the square root of 22 squared. So simplifying this out, this part stays the same. This is called the standard form of a circle. That just stays the same. But this part, the square root of 22 squared, is 22. Because if we take the square root of 22 times the square root of 22, we get the answer 22. So it goes back and forth. So the tip and trick is that you have to use the opposite sign. Now, if it is a problem putting this into Khan Academy, like you're not sure how to use it and put it into Khan Academy, I'm going to ask you just to send me a couple of the answers in maybe in email form and saying, hey, this is what I got, and this is what I was putting in, and this isn't right, and something so I can see what you're doing in here. But this, the more important part is the picking out the H and the K. Okay, today we're going to finish up our last lesson with this, and we're going to be looking at a completely different topic as far as this isn't concerned. But if we'll be practicing this before the test and looking at it, because we have a test on a week from tomorrow, because next week is a holiday. Woo woo. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.